Volunteers hit the streets to take part in the annual point-in-time homeless count. What they predict the streets of Honolulu will look like for this year. And the House impeachment managers continue to make their case for the President Trump's removal in day 2 of their opening arguments.
Now, from Honolulu, for all of Hawaii, this is KITV4 Island News Midday.
Aloha and mahalo for tuning in to KITV4's Island News Midday on this Thursday, January 23rd. I'm Lindsay Fucano. This morning, over 400 volunteers hit the streets to take part in the annual point-in-time homeless count. It's a yearly survey that tries to put a number on the amount of people experiencing homelessness in the city and county of Honolulu in a single day in January. And the numbers will be sent in a report to the federal government and will help determine how much funding Hawaii gets to fight homelessness. Now, this is the first time the study went digital, and volunteers used an app to log information collected.
Whereas before it took us weeks to go through all the handwritten surveys, and some of it wasn't accurate, and by the time we got to it, people were moving on. So this is a very quick response turnaround that we have now.
Information from the street gets sent into a center in Honolulu where it's processed. A live data map gives staff a real-time look at the numbers. Partners in Care, who conducts the study, says that data will then be sent to the federal government, and then the full report will be released to the public in May. Well, Hawaii U.S. Representative Tulsi Gabbard is suing Hillary Clinton for defamation. The 2020 Democratic presidential candidate claims Clinton called her a Russian asset during an interview last year. Clinton did not name Gabbard, but she referenced a female Democratic candidate favored by Russia and being groomed for a third-party run. Gabbard is seeking $50 million in damages. A spokesperson for Clinton calls the lawsuit ridiculous. The House impeachment managers continue to make their case for the president's removal in day 2 of their opening arguments. Lead impeachment manager Adam Schiff said the plan for today's session is to lay out evidence they believe supports their first article of impeachment, abuse of power. Karen Kaifa now reports from Washington.
As House Democrats enter day 2 of their opening arguments on the Senate floor,
the Senate will now hear you.
The debate over whether President Trump's impeachment trial will include witness testimony continued off the floor. Some Republicans finding the arguments of House Democrats repetitive.
It seemed yesterday was like Groundhog's Day because we heard what we had heard the day before, and I'm expecting more of the same today.
It's just repeating. I'll be interested to see how the president's attorneys respond to this.
Democrats trying to use that as a point to persuade them to join their call.
If my Republican colleagues are interested in some new evidence on top of the very substantial House record, there's a very simple answer. Vote with Democrats to call relevant witnesses and documents.
Wednesday, the House Democrats offered a detailed chronology with an intense focus on the July 25th phone call between President Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky. Today, they're digging deeper into the charge of abuse of power.
The articles and the evidence conclusively establish that President Trump has placed his own personal political interests first.
The president's defense team will likely begin their arguments Saturday.
We're going to begin our robust case when the Senate says it's time to start.
A vote on whether to subpoena more witnesses or documents would come after defense has concluded their opening arguments and senators' questions. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
And, of course, stay with KITV4 for full coverage of the Senate impeachment trial. Visit our website at KITV.com for the very latest stories, and you could also download our free mobile app for breaking news and updates. We'll turn now to our local weather. Here's a live look at Hilo Bay right now. Our Tasia Worley's in with a look at the forecast today. Tasia.
Partly cloudy conditions for our Hilo, Hawaii. Elsewhere, beautiful beach day with sunny skies and light and variable winds. More so for the east and south side. That's where we're going to want to stick around because we've got that high surf warning in place for your north and west facing shores. North shores 25 to 35 and west 15 to 25. That downgrading by tomorrow, but another series of northwesterly swells expected to arrive by your Aloha Saturday. Now taking a look across the state, beautiful sunshine for our Oahu. We do have some cloud coverage over Kauai County already beginning due to a cold front approaching. It's also affecting our wind speeds just a bit and our wind direction. Winds coming up from the south, so it's feeling just a bit warmer than what we're seeing on the screen. Temperatures in the lower 80s, and we could see an increase of clouds and showers for our Kauai tomorrow night. Already seeing that increase for today over on the island of Ni'ihau. Now, clear conditions for our Oahu with an isolated shower or two for your interior sections today by the afternoon, but nothing major. Lots of sunshine for Maui County, and for Hawaii Island, we're just seeing the southeast side continue to see those showers and clouds move on through until later on tonight. Trade winds make a comeback tomorrow afternoon. Lindsay, over to you.
Honolulu police reopened Hibiscus Drive and Diamond Head Road around 5 o'clock last night, allowing residents to return to their homes. 2 officers were shot and killed on Sunday in Diamond Head. 7 houses were destroyed by the fire. The Honolulu Medical Examiner rules both deaths as homicide, and the ME confirms 38-year-old Tiffany Enriquez and 37-year-old Kaulike Kalama died from gunshot wounds. The human remains found at the crime scene yesterday have not yet been identified, and the city tells KITV4 it could be a while before that happens. 2 people are still unaccounted for, and the suspect, 69-year-old Jerry Hanel, and his landlord, Lois Kane, are still unaccounted for as well. And as for the residents affected by the tragedy, a GoFundMe account has been set up for the Patterson and Riccardi King ohana. Both families lost everything in Sunday's fire. The Pattersons are a family of 7, Riccardi Kings a family of 3. Waikiki Elementary created a fundraiser to help with clothing, backpacks, laptops, food, and a place to stay.
Right now, they just need a place to live, a long-term place to live. Hopefully, they'll be able to rent these homes for a considerable amount of time, because although we've gotten people coming to the forefront with offers, it's more or less temporarily.
And for more information on how you can help, you can visit our website at KITV.com. And the 2 officers killed in the line of duty were remembered at HPD's headquarters yesterday afternoon. And here's more on the somber start of the Honolulu Police Commission meeting.
Before we start, if I could ask everyone to recognize a moment of silence, please.
We're standing right outside entrance doors to the Honolulu Police Department, and over here you'll find the Roll of Honor. That's where officers Enriquez and Kalama are being remembered by the community. The names on the wall represent all officers killed in the line of duty. After the moment of silence, the meeting turned to descriptions of both officers. Kalama served in District 7, that's East Honolulu. He's described by loved ones as outgoing and athletic.
Let us not forget Officer Kalama and the ultimate sacrifice he made on our behalf.
Enriquez served in Waikiki, that's District 6. She was a bodybuilder, mother, grandmother.
She's described by loved ones as nurturing, giving, positive, and always smiling.
What started as a symphony of sympathy for 2 fallen officers turned into aloha for the entire department.
Our deepest condolences go out to the families and all the officers, because I know each and every one of them are, feeling the pain, the personal pain, and the families, because it's a heavy burden to carry.
Honolulu Police Chief Susan Ballard says the support is overwhelming and from seemingly everywhere, including mayor's offices, Queens Medical Center, the Honolulu Fire Department, and financial institutions helping raise money for the families.
Every single branch of every single bank in the state is going to be a collection point for the officers.
Funeral services have not yet been announced. Lindsay Fukano, KITV4 Island News. And of course, KITV4 has continuing coverage of the Hibiscus Drive homicides. As the investigation moves forward, we'll bring you constant information on air and across social media, also online at KITV.com. And you can download our free mobile app as well. Stay Still to come, skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States, and recent studies suggest one of the best defenses against this cancer is sunscreen. But that in turn may affect your bloodstream. We'll have more on the new findings straight ahead on KITV4. Stay with us.
Slumber World, your destination for the best selection in brand name beds to help you get the good night's sleep you deserve.
It's the Everything Sleep Sale at Slumber World. Get up to $300